Hi, I'm here with my friend, Mr. Badger.
Hi.
Uh, this is a mini lecture on strengthening your thesis statement. So let me share with you this is from a composition textbook that I have used before, and I really like this take action chart, so I want to go through it with you. This is, of course, on building a stronger thesis. So the way this works is you ask each question listed in the left-hand column of the chart to consider whether your draft might need work on that issue. If so, follow the ask, locate specifics, and take action sequence to revise. So they have some examples, and then I'm going to show you an example as well. So we start out with ask. Could I define or state my topic more clearly? Let's assume that our answer is yes, we could. So you should write out your current working thesis and circle the words in it that identify your topic. So their example, the working thesis, is adaptability is essential for world action volunteers. But you have to ask yourself, what exactly does the topic adaptability mean? And they've circled adaptability because that's the topic. So then we move over to take action. We're going to rework the circled topic. We'll state it more clearly and specify what it means to you. Define or identify the topic in terms of your purpose and the likely interests of your audience. So they have revised adaptability, and now the thesis says, an ability to adjust to, even thrive under, challenging circumstances is essential for world action volunteers. That's pretty good. It's clearer, and it's definitely an improvement. Let me show you. Here's the working thesis statement that we are working with. And students actually came up with this in a previous course. So we said the United States should treat Earth better. Okay, well, according to our take action chart, we need to circle our key words or our topic words. So let's see if we can do that. Oh, that's very nice. So Earth. Earth is a big place. What about Earth? The ground, the buildings, the sky. So that's what we are going to revise. And we're going to come up with United States should treat our environment better. So instead of just Earth, we made it a little bit more specific, and now we need to treat our environment better. Okay, let's go back to our chart. Here's our second question. Could I define or state my slant more clearly? So write out your current working thesis. Underline the words that state your slant. And your slant is just your attitude or your point about your topic. So their example, working thesis. Volunteering is an invaluable experience. Okay, well, why or in what ways is volunteering invaluable? So we come over to take action. It says rework your underlined slant. So this was our slant, an invaluable experience. Jot down ideas to sharpen it and express an engaging approach to your topic. Refine it to accomplish your purpose and appeal to your audience. So they've revised this, and now it says, volunteering builds practical skills while connecting volunteers more fully to their communities. That's a lot better. That's much clearer than saying it's an invaluable experience. It's actually saying why it is or how it is an invaluable experience. So we'll come back here and we're underlining our slant. So let's see if we can. Our slant is should treat better. We should treat our environment better. The topic being our environment. Okay, so we have to ask ourselves, how? How are we going to treat our environment better? So we come up with the United States should take more action to protect our environment. So that's a little bit clearer than treating better. It's saying a bit more specifically, we need to take action. Now, back to our chart. The last question, could I limit my thesis to develop it more successfully? So moving over here, we're going to write out the current working thesis and decide whether it establishes a task that you could accomplish given the available time and the expected length. So the time that you have to write your paper and the expected length of your paper. So the working thesis here is rock and roll has evolved dramatically since the 1950s. Well, most academic essays are a few pages, certainly not 100 pages usually. But tracing this history in just a few pages would be impossible. It would take 100 or more. It would take a book, basically, and we're not going to do that. So we move over here. Restrict your thesis to a slice of the pie, not the whole pie. So we want to focus on one part or element, not several. So break it apart and pick only a chunk. Reduce many ideas to one point, or convert a negative statement to a positive one. Here's our revised thesis. The music of the alternative rock band Wilco continues to evolve as members experiment with vocal moods and instrumentation. All right. This is much more limited than just saying rock and roll, or even just saying alternative rock. Now we're just talking about one alternative rock band. And not even that, we're talking about their experimentation with vocal moods and instrumentation. So this is nice and specific. So, remember we had the United States should take more action to protect our environment. That was more specific than we should treat our environment better, but we can do better than that. Oops. So we ask ourselves, okay, how do we take action? What action should we take? So we could come up with so now we have the United States should take more action to protect our environment by re-entering the Paris Accord. Now, look how much more effective this is than what we started with. The United States should treat Earth better. Now we have the United States should take more action to protect our environment by re-entering the Paris Accord. We could even just say the United States should re-enter the Paris Accord, but maybe not everybody knows what that is. And it was basically all the countries of the world agreeing that they were going to work on protecting the environment. So just in case my reader doesn't know what that is, that's why I left in to protect our environment. So I could probably improve this even more, but this is a pretty good working thesis statement. Again, it's more specific than what we started out with, and you can see how we progressed. And that is just a quick lesson on strengthening your thesis statement. Goodbye. No, that's not his voice. Okay, anyway. Okay, thanks.